Okay, we are on Halachot Shabbat, page 306, Chazon Ovadia, volume 4. We are on number 6. Says Ovadia Yosef, if a person wants to cook after bake, take suchariki, dry bread, and he wants to put it inside a pot. Is he allowed or no? Come straight here. Meir John Shtoi. Are you allowed or no, Bechor? You want to put suchariki inside the pot that it is on the plata. What we learned, allowed or no?
Yes.
According to Ashkenazim?
No.
No, why not?
Ashkenazim, no, Avaisun.
No, we said why not. No, Avaisun. We said why? Because the laws of cooking applies after baking. We see by matzah, if a person doesn't have teeth and he needs to eat matzah Friday at Leila Seder. Can he take the baked matzah and put it inside the cooked soup on the plata when it's on the plata? Is he allowed to do that, Meir John, or no? Take the baked matzah and put it inside the cooked soup when the soup is on the fire, on the plata.
On Shabbat we're talking about.
Shabbat, Leila Seder. Is he allowed to do that or no? Gemara says not allowed to. If you're going to take that, it's considered to be as a cooked dough, and you're supposed to have baked dough. Right. Matzah, Torah says it has to be baked, cannot be cooked. So if you're gonna cook it after you baked it, it's considered to be kosher matzah or no? Yeah. Gemara says no. So what do we see from here? That the cooking concept applies after something is already baked. In other words, there is cooking after baking.
If you eat your shur matzah on Sunday night, are you allowed to eat this kind of matzah that we put in the water?
You're not allowed to. This matzah, Rabotai, is being recorded.
Even you ate your shur.
Huh?
Even you ate your shur matzah that you're supposed to eat on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to eat this kind of?
No, because it's already baked. Cooked. By you putting it inside the soup on the plata, the soup on the plata is Kli Rishon. Kli Rishon is going to cook the baked matzah. Cooking the baked matzah disqualifies the matzah. So what do we see? The concept of cooking applies after baking. Cooking after baking, problem.
So baking instead cooking?
But if you cook it afterwards in water, you disqualified the baking. It's halacha. It's not an opinion. Halacha lemaaseh.
We see so many times we said.
We want to welcome our friend over here, Masturov. He came all the way from Forest Hills. No. So, I just wanted to say shalom to him.
Without vodka.
So all the time we said no cooking after cooking, but does that apply to cooking after baking?
Oh, so says the Re'em, Rabbi Eliyahu Mimetz, Eliezer of Metz, Re'em, Rabbi Eliezer Mimetz, that it does not, the leniency of there is no cooking after cooking, it's only cooking after cooking. But cooking after baking does apply. Here, proof, Korban Pesach. It's a matzah. Now what about Pesach? Pesach, you gotta make shashlik. Nachon? Torah says, Tzeli Esh. It has to be ala Esh, shashlik. What if a person says, Rabbi, I don't want to eat shashlik. I want to eat cooked. What oshpalo? I want to put the Korban Pesach, Zames Leivo, Shashlik Zilet, I want to put it inside the oshpalo with the rice and everything. Allowed or no?
No, yes. I'm a geeker.
Bechor, allowed or no? Be careful of my computer, Bechor.
Ничего нового возьму.
Такого нового нету. Я то, что много программ. Bechor, Aaron, are you allowed to cook the Korban Pesach after you roasted it? Now put it inside the oshpalo. Yeah. Not allowed to. Why not allowed to? Torah says because you're going to disqualify the roasting of it. You're going to disqualify the roasting of it. So what do we see? There is cooking after roasting. Rabbi John, but didn't you tell us that there is no cooking after cooking? Cooking after cooking, there is no. But cooking after roasting, it does. Problem. Cooking after baking, problem. Because of that, the Ashkenazim, Bechor, not allowed, Ashkenazim, not allowed to warm up French fries that they fried it before Shabbat. They want to take it, put it on the plate, and put it on the plata. Are they allowed or no? What's happening by you warming up the French fries right now? Are you frying it again?
Yes, that's
It's fine.
It's fried.
It's not cooked and not baked. It's not
It's
baked,
fried.
not solid.
But whenever you put it on the plata, what is that called doing it? Toasting it or roasting it, right? There is no liquid. So what do you say, Rabbi? It's already cooked. No, it's not cooked. It's already fried. You want to right now warm it up by putting it on the plate, on the plata. You are roasting. Roasting after frying. Not allowed to. That's Ashkenazim, look at it. There is cooking, roasting restriction after frying. A person cooked bachsh before Shabbat. Sudah Shlishit, he wants to give everybody bachsh. You're not going to give him cold bachsh or palo. Right now you have palo here, right? Sudah Shlishit, he wants to serve everybody with a palo. Is he allowed to take this palo, put it on a pot, put it on the plata on Shabbat? Allowed to warm it or no?
Yes.
It's dry. It's not a soup.
Yes.
Allowed or no?
Yes.
Says Ashkenazim, not allowed. It's dry. Rice, meat. There is no liquid here. No soup. No? When you cook the palo, did you roast it? Or did you cook it?
Roasted.
Roasted.
Пожарь на огне.
Не знаю на русском как сказать. Roasting.
Okay.
When you cook the palo first time, was there a lot of liquid inside? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you baked it, you roasted, or you cooked it?
Cooked it.
Ah, good. When you take right now the palo on Shabbat morning or Shabbat afternoon, you want to put it on the plata for Sudah Shlishit to become hot. You want to serve everybody with bach, with palo. Would you be allowed or no?
Sephardic, yes.
Ashkenazim say no. Why? Right now, are you cooking it? Are you toasting it? Are you roasting it? Are you frying it? What are you doing now when you put it in this format
Warming.
on the plata inside the pot without liquid? What are you doing right now? Roasting it? Toasting it?
But it says liquid of keeps on.
There's no liquid, no, dry. What is he doing? Is he cooking it? No. You have cold chicken, schnitzel, or let's say chicken, cold, cooked, pre-boiled chicken. называется яхни.
Называется яхни.
נכון? Boiled chicken. You're taking this yachni that you cooked before Shabbat. You want to put it on the plata on Shabbat. Allowed or no? Says Ashkenazim. No, not allowed. Why? Right now, are you going to boil the chicken or are you going to roast the chicken? You put it on the hot plate, on the plate with a tarilka or in aluminum falga.
Ничего не делаете.
Yeah, just putting it like that.
Да?
Says Ashkenazim, not allowed to. Why? You right now roasting after boiling. Rabbi John Shmo Kuftet, there is no cooking after cooking. You're not cooking. You're roasting. Remember? Bechor, remember? This was in the morning I explained to you. all
Yes,
this.
yes, yes, yes.
Как на шаббат роста?
What is the definition of roasting? You're
Fire.
making it. No, that's maybe an English roasting.
Как вы его жарить не можете же на плате?
Почему если
Короче,
огонь
куда,
горит
вот
на
так?
эш?
If I ask you right now, if I take bread and I put it directly on the plata, I leave it for 10 hours, is it going to burn or no?
Yeah.
Of course it's going to burn.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna put them also now.
You're correct. But the action of that, what is that called?
The toast.
Toasting the bread. Nachon? Nachon or no?
Yeah.
By you taking the chicken, boiled chicken, yachni. You're putting it on top of the plate, on the plata. If you leave it for 5 hours, let's say, make it palakas, hot, is it going to form a little bit burned area over there or no?
No.
Yes.
Of course you
5
will.
hours, no.
All right, 10 hours.
10 hours maybe.
It's going to be good.
What do you mean?
So what are you doing? You are roasting it. You are roasting it on top of the plata. Roasting doesn't mean whenever the fire is exposed and you make alaish like this. Not necessarily. Roasting means you're putting food on top of a source of heat without liquid. No oil, no water. Directly on the surface of it. It's called in Hebrew tzali. By Jewish law it's called tzali. Tzali means roasting. Huh?
Even when it's cooked already?
Even if it's cooked already. So says the Re'em, Rabbi Eliezer Metz, one of the cities in Ashkenaz, Metz, называется в Европе. So you see, matzah that it's baked, if I put it inside the soup, I disqualify the matzah. Pasul shude.
Yeah.
Korban Pesach that I made shashlik before Shabbat, before Leil Seder, I put it inside the cooking, in the boiling water. I put it inside of frying oil. Pasul. Huh? Why? Because the Torah said it has to be roasted. The matzah Torah said it has to be baked. You cooked it. So he says, you see, cooking applies after roasting. Cooking applies after baking. The Gemara said doesn't apply. Gemara says cooking, bishul, ahab bishul. En bishul, ahab bishul, bishul. It doesn't say roasting. It doesn't say en tzali, ahab tzali. It doesn't say en tzali, ahab bishul. It doesn't say en afiya, ahab bishul. It says no, bishul, ahab bishul. Same method. That's no problem. But if you're going to change the things around, big problem. That's what Rabbi Eliezer Mimetz holds. Re'em. Jonathan, you understood? Very good. If so, a question to you. How we Sephardim allow Rabotai, anything that it is dry, no liquid inside, or a little bit liquid, that's okay, you can put it on the plata. What happened to this opinion? Says Rav Ovadia Yosef, that this opinion, with all the respect, it's not for the laws of Shabbat. Why? In the laws of Shabbat, what's the definition? Yaakov? In the laws of Shabbat, how do we define cooking?
Anything that will make the food edible, from not being edible.
Very good. Take something not edible. On Shabbat, you put it in the heat, in oil, in water, just directly on the plata, and you made it edible. Было несъедобный, you did with the heat, made it съедобный. That's the definition of cooking on Shabbat. To do whatever you want. No, that's what not allowed on Shabbat. Nachon. So says Rav Ovadia, you see, that is not comparable to whatever the Re'em wanted to say. Why? Over there, Chagai John, the matzah, can I eat together with hummus? Leil Seder. I said, al achilat matzah, I break it. Can I dip into the hummus and eat?
No.
Huh? Not allowed to, right? Why not? Because the Torah says, I want you to have the taste of matzah. If you mix it with hummus, mix it with avocado, or the taste of matzah, it's already gone.
Only the first one.
Huh?
The first part.
The first one that you supposed to say al achilat matzah.
The first zag.
The matzah, kasher or no? Not kasher. Rabbi, I bought it for $100 a pound. What do you mean not kasher? Biggest rabbi, kukuli amchel, everybody buy. No, the matzah is kasher. You put it in the hummus, you made it not kasher. Why? We need ta'am matzah, and there is no ta'am matzah. There is no taste of the matzah. So says Rav Ovadia, said, you see what's the whole point in matzah? The taste of the matzah. Question to you, Becho. If I take bell pepper, Bulgarsky perit, if I eat it raw, is it the same taste if I eat it cooked?
No.
No. I take onion, I cook it, raw or cooked? Same taste or different taste? Different taste. I take garlic, raw, cooked, different taste or no?
Yes.
Very good. What do we see? Cooking changing the taste.
Yeah.
So that's why Gemara says that if you take matzah that it's baked and you are going to cook it in the liquid, it's pasul. Why? Because the cooking changed the taste. On Shabbat, do we care the definition of cooking changing taste? Or the definition of cooking is you made not edible become edible. What's the definition on Shabbat? Making something not edible edible. We don't care about the change of taste. Huh?
The matzah all the same.
We buy the matzah.
Eat it now, you're gonna make it edible.
Nachon? So if I take right now on Shabbat, I take suchariki, croutons. They are baked, they are dry. I want to put it inside my soup. I love the soup with croutons. Chis kuna. Nachon? Allowed or no? Rosh Shabbat. Allowed or no, Bechor? Kli Rishon, on the platter. Why not allowed? Was the suchariki edible already or no? The croutons was edible or no? 100% edible. If I take something 100% edible and I put it inside the soup, did I make it more edible? No, it's edible. It was edible before. So we see the laws of Shabbat, the laws of Mevashel on Shabbat. It's you making something not edible become edible. But here it was already edible. Therefore, the method, the vision, Ashkenazim look at it, says Rav Yosef, it's not for the Sephardim. Therefore, even though Ashkenazim will tell you, Munkines, you cannot put suchariki inside the soup on Shabbat, they say. Not allowed to, Ashkenazim say. We come to Bechor Yitzchakov, Amen, he says, Munki, mutar. Why Bechor will say mutar? Not because he follows his Torah this time. It's because halakha allows it.
So edible, not edible to edible. Only Sephardim hold like this?
Yeah, all the Sephardim hold like that. Ashkenazim also hold like that, but they said there's another definition. It's one of the two. Ashkenazim say, why? Because we learn from the matzah. Rav Yosef said, don't learn from the matzah. It's not comparable.
Why?
Because over there we care about the taste of the matzah. But on Shabbat, I ask you a question, Aaron. On Shabbat, can you say hamotzi lechem min? On Shabbat, can it say hamotzi lechem min haaretz and eat the lipyoshka with hummus?
No.
Shabbat.
Yes.
Ni Pesach.
Shabbat можете.
You allowed or no? Do you disqualify the bread?
No.
Why not? Why not? Why matzah? You said, Rabbi, you pay this matzah garbage everything. Why? You eating good hummus.
Because there is no requirement to have a taste of the bread.
Oh. On Shabbat, what do we care? Seudah. We care that you ate bread with whatever you want. You ate bread. Kazait, you ate. You made the mitzvah. There was a taste with hummus, taste of avocado, taste whatever you want. We don't care about the extra taste. So see, on Shabbat, we don't care about if you're going to make on the bread extra taste. So you see, Shabbat definition is not about the taste. It's about something not edible become edible. By matzah, the laws are different. By matzah, the definition is we don't only want you to have a baked matzah, we want you not to have it with anything else, even if you don't cook it. I just want to put it in the hummus, I just put it. Not allowed to. He has to have plain matzah. You fulfill the mitzvah. Then eat matzah with hummus, sheki choiba after.
Yeah.
But the first one, you have to eat without nothing. By Leila Seder.
By Sephardim also you cannot put on the Kli Rishon matzah.
How many grams supposed to be?
Yeah, not allowed to.
36?
Not allowed to. Not because of cooking problem. Because disqualification problem of the matzah.
Of the taste of matzah.
Exactly. Good.
You must to taste the matzah. That's the
On
whole
hot
definition.
water you can put, but on cooking water you cannot put.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the taste is not going to change in the hot water, as it's going to change in cooking water. If I take red pepper, yeah, fresh, I eat it, one taste. I put it in boiling water, it's different taste. I put it in the warm water, in bechor chai, I'm going to put it. It's not going to be as cooked. It's hot water. But it's not going to cook it as much. The taste doesn't change as much. You understand? Very good. Bechor, I find your cousin. Yeah. Right now, everybody talk about your cousin.
Who?
there is a new cousin of yours. It's called AI. AI stands from Avram Yitzchakov. There's Bechor Yitzchakov. There is Avram Yitzchakov. Your cousin. Everybody talk about him. Он еще первый еще не знает, да? Уже advanced еще.
Это который телек, что ли, говорят? Знаешь, почему это делается?
Чарли Пяти.
Задумались? Я Борхоля говорю.
Они два голубых этих чувака. Чарли Пяти, которые открыли.
Кто еще Хояс не взял?
Who else? I'm by myself, Bechor. Шмо гуфтетку, я один.
Дети приходят домой.
Баномас.
Кофе не хотят.
Нет.
Чарли Пяти заходят.
Возьмите все Хояс.
Есть, right, есть.
А есть, возьмите виноград все. Руку возьмите. Есть, я знаю.
Послушай, это все сейчас пользуются.
Это не пойдет, это кого.
Еще один
О,
человек.
Йосеф, это один возьмите.
Потом.
Да, give him.
Это всегда будет.
We'll do
Потом это
together.
будет, подожди.
Ай,
Здесь все будет
дай ему.
эта хуйня.
Это чисто.
Алло. Алло. Конечно, что за слова говоришь? Возьми. Йосеф, you have? You didn't eat yet.
Это страшная вещь.
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי,
שמיים!
בורא פרי העץ means God created the fruit of the tree. שמה גופתית? העץ. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי העץ.
אמן.
Я скажу, что
Сейчас начинают роботов. И вот это потом
Знаете, почему роботы
интеллект.
стали сейчас в это время?
Знаком еще кто-то есть, работает.
Нет,
Еще один
когда
человек.
Машиах придет, роботы за нас все будут делать, мы будем только Тору изучать.
Пока деньги копить.
Подметать, убирать, готовить. А гоим в очереди будут стоять, чтобы намного иметь.
Ну чем такие у вас?
If you're ever gonna need to go to a nursing home, take
Они
the whole with
будут
you.
250
It's never gonna be
человек,
worse.
Торохону будут нести на руках, чтобы он случайно на землю не наступил и не набрался тума. Потому что вся земля будет грешная. Они будут
Okay, very
на руках
good.
в очереди стоять.
Вот. Земля чистится.
Aaron, you with us? Yosef? Со мной? Yaakov? You
Да,
with
да.
us? Very good. Next. According to the Re'em, is it permissible to place baked bread in a pot and pour hot stew over it? Now listen to this case. I'm repeating. Aaron, listen to this. Pouring from Kli Rishon. Cooking or no? No? Can I make chai, samavar, directly on the chai?
No.
Yes. According to your Bechor stories, according to our Torah, no.
No. לישי.
Shlishi you have to do. Bechor, you agree? Even Bechor agrees, Habibi. You have nobody to rely on.
You have to specify. On this one, you're not allowed. But if you have water over there with a little bit taste of the tea, you allow. Or you even know.
I take fresh chai,
That's what
I pour directly from samavar on this. Allowed or no? Shabbat?
Not allowed.
Not allowed to. Because you're cooking the chai, nachon?
Yes.
Rabbi, but I didn't put the chai inside the pot. I pour from the pot on the cup. What do we say? Irui kli rishon, levashel. Pouring from kli rishon, from a hot vessel,
But
cooking.
Is mebashel very the easy,
Very likely, but it's mevashel.
but easy cooking stuff like a tea.
No,
like
no,
a
no.
egg.
Irui kli rishon mevashel anything, even meat. Yeah, everything is mevashel. Mevashel a little bit, but it's mevashel. Kedei klipa. So now listen to this. If placing in a pot, even according to Rabbi Re'em, it is allowed,
Только черный.
as it is considered a method of cooking, and there is no cooking after cooking. What the Re'em prohibited refers only to placing meat without a vessel, rather directly on the plata.
Look at them.
Re'em, or that Rabbi Eliezer Mimet, the Ashkenazim, the ruler, in this case. Since he himself wrote that it is permitted to heat dry food even to the point of Yatzoledet bo, and it is impossible not that it will not get roasted a bit, yet he permitted it. Therefore, necessarily the method if that's the method of cooking, it is allowed.
Кушать, похудели.
In any case, cooking after cooking and baking after baking, it is allowed according to all opinions. In practice, we rule according to those who allow, meaning even in Kli Rishon, primary vessel. Says Rav Ovadia Yosef that even according to Ashkenazim, to take the palo and eat it for Sudah Shlishit, it is allowed. But Rabbi Shmuel they're not allowed to, because it was cooked and now you have no liquid. Now it's roasted. Why now you say allowed to? Listen to what Rav Ovadia Yosef says. When do we say cooking or roasting after cooking applies? If I'll take that and I'll put it on the plata. I take right now the palo, I put it on the plata. Would you ever cook palo, taking rice meat and placing it flat on the plata? Huh? Would you ever do that? No. What's the method of cooking palo? Inside a pot. Okay? If I take the pot of the palo and I put it on the plata, even though there is no liquid right now, when I cooked the palo originally, there was liquid. Right now there is no liquid. So now you are roasting it. Says Ovadia, even the Re'em, the Ashkenazi rabbi, even he will allow you to take those palo pot and put it back in the plata. Why? That's the way of cooking when it's inside the pot. Nobody's going to make ala esh inside the pot, right? A person is going to make barbecue inside the pot. Huh, Hagai? A person is going to make barbecue inside the pot. In the dig, you're going to make barbecue?
If you don't have Kli, you can do, but it's not.
But would people do that? No. You don't expect the person to say, come to my house, I'm making ala esh. You're going outside, you see the guy putting pots and putting the meat inside the pot. What is it? What is that? That's ala esh? What are you doing? Right? That's ala pat. It's not ala esh. Over the pot. So, ala esh, roasting, barbecue in English, it means over the fire directly, or over the metal that it's hot. That's called roasting. But whenever you are putting a pot over the plata, you are done roasting it. That's the way to cook it. Even though in practice you're not really cooking it, there is no liquid. Cooking is defined whenever you have solid in liquid. It's cooking it. But now you don't have right now, there is no liquid. I take it, I put it in the pot. There's going to be any liquid inside? No? Maybe a little, fat of that. Very little. But you're not going to cook it. If anything, you're going to make tadagi on the bottom of this palo, right? It's going to be roasting it. Not going to cook it. So, says Rav Ovadia Yosef, even you're not going to cook it, but that's the way of cooking. Putting things inside the pot. And it was already cooked. There is no cooking after cooking. You understand? The whole problem of the Re'em was, whenever you're putting it directly on the plata, what problem? Like the boiled chicken. Can Ashkenazim take boiled chicken?
How are you going to put direct on the platter any food?
Yeah, put falga, aluminum foil, and put directly.
It's already not direct.
You're right, but it's not a pot. You're not gonna make.
You can do it for
You're not gonna make yachni in this falga, right?
Why not? Cook yachni, no.
No.
Not to heat, yes.
No, not to heat. Cook. Are you gonna cook yachni in a flat falga?
You cannot, but you can
cannot.
put over there egg.
You're correct. Yachni, would you do or no?
No.
It's impossible. It's not normal to do that. Even if you'll come with a certain trick to make it happen, it's not normal.
You need to have water inside.
So by you taking right now yachni, Shabbat, you want to put yachni on a flat aluminum foil, flat.
Okay.
Are you cooking the yachni or are you roasting the yachni?
Roasting.
Roasting. So Ashkenazim will tell you that's a problem. Rabbi John, so how do I warm up a yachni on Shabbat? I want to warm it up. If I was born Ashkenazi, show me a not everybody perfect. I was born Ashkenazi. What do I do?
Ashkenazim saying.
Ma, dedim khundul. My mother Bukhari got married to khundul. What do I do? I have to follow khundul.
Все равно бухарский будет.
No. Maybe by food is Bukharski, but by Jewish laws, it has to be Ashkenazi.
По-моему, еврейство. Папаты поели в Израиле.
Huh?
Ах, очки на зиму, туда не
But what if I was born, my father is Ikhundul, Ashkenazi. My mother got married to Ashkenazi. Show me the
Your
deal.
father Ashkenazi, that's it. You
Nachon.
Ashkenazi.
Now I come to religion, Baruch Hashem, Shomer Mitzvot, everything. My father maybe also Shomer Mitzvot. Could be. I know one guy in here, Ashkenazi synagogue. He comes to me, he says, do you eat all the Bukharian food? Gosh gija, manti, this, that. I said, listen, you Ashkenaz, where are you? I said, my wife's Bukharian. He's religious, comes to Kaddish every day.
Yeah, so you should do
My wife, he says Bukharian. I know all the food, he
Papas
says.
that you want.
And he tells me, tell the truth, your food is much better than our food. Ashkenazi didn't go in.
Это факт.
So now, let's say his son, right? His son is Ashkenaz, by Jewish law.
Yes.
Mama was Sepharska, Bukharska. But what is his Jewish status? Ashkenaz or Sephardi?
Ashkenaz.
Ashkenaz. Now he comes to you, Bechor, he's asking you, Bechor John, you have a big beard, people ask you questions, Torah, mitzvot, maasim tovim. Can you please answer me, on Shabbat I want to warm up the yachni, the boiled chicken. How do I do that? Bechor Yitzchakov, how do I do that?
Put it falga in the plate and put it...
Ashkenazi kufta!
Ashkenaz не
Put in the
меда.
pot.
Кушай как есть.
Huh?
Ашкенази.
Put it on a pot, very good,
На
Yaakov.
пад.
Rabbi John Farchashe, pot has no liquid. The falga foil also has no liquid. What's the difference? It's going to get hot over here without liquid. It's going to get hot in the pot without
Why they're
liquid.
holding that plata straight?
What's the
That's
answer? In the pot, people cook the yachni. In the falga, people don't cook the yachni. So what people will do? Only roast. That's roasting after cooking, problem.
Yes.
But putting it in a pot, that's the way of cooking.
Even though it's the same.
Even though it's the same result. It's the same method.
Parasha.
Just that's not the way to do it. You're not gonna take a cold raw yachni chicken. And you're gonna make it edible by putting it on a fire.
Он будет все равно ашкеназом?
Why?
Если мама не еврейка, папа ашкеназ, все равно будет ашкеназом?
Он уже не еврей.
Not the
Уже
same.
не еврей.
Of course.
This cooking much more better. I mean, the heating
Тогда вы
up
сами
much
себе
more better
противоречите.
without
Потому что вы не можете разобраться, кто родился
Okay.
первой курочкой или
So
яйцом.
for Sephardim, no problem. Because we don't learn from Pesach laws, from Matzah laws, to Shabbat laws. Remember? Ashkenazim learn from there. Rabbi Yosef says, I'm sorry, we don't learn from there. Because on Shabbat, the definition of cooking, the restriction, is making something not edible. This was already edible. You understand? Chagai John? Therefore, conclusion. Bechor, bottom line. A person, Sephardi, he's allowed to put on the plata anything he wants, as long as it doesn't have soup.
Rabbi,
Emet.
On the plata, on directly the plata, on the pot, without the pot, on the pan. Chochot yitzeli.
Да.
Because it's already 100% cooked, you have no problem to reheat it.
Ten газ.
Ashkenazim, they say, no, Habibi. Only in a pot you can put the same way you cook it, not the same way you warm it. How did you cook it in a pot? You have to warm it in the pot.
Rabbi, question.
Hold on. You cooked it in a pot, you cannot put it on a falga. Ashkenazim say. You understand?
Yes.
So now we're going to make you international rabbi. Before you were only Bukhari rabbi. Now you already know also the Ashkenazi rabbi knows as well.
Everybody knows his name and last name.
They're going to make you Yitzchakovich now.
If I want to warm shashlik, if I'm Ashkenazi, want
Yeah.
to warm shashlik, can
Yeah.
I put direct on the platter?
Exactly. Would you be allowed to put it in a pot? No, because you don't make shashlik in a pot. You're cooking in a pot. So you're going to put it in a pot. It's going to be a method of cooking after roasting. It's a problem. Hachikunam rabbi, put directly falga, put it on the falga. Why? That's roasting. It's roasting after roasting. No problem. Even according to Ashkenazi. For us, we have no problem. For us, put it however you want. It was already edible. You have no problem to heat it on Shabbat in any other method to maintain the heat of it. Okay, you understood? Very good. Now we're going to go to the parasha. Yes. If you he has question.
Я не
If
знаю,
your
где.
daughter got married to Ashkenazi,
Yes.
God forbid.
and now, why you saying